Everyone told me life-changing moments happen slowly. Mine happened in a single lunch break. I was sitting in a small cafe across from my girlfriend, Maya, when my phone buzzed relentlessly. My boss, Mr. Turner, arguably the most intimidating man in the company, was calling for the fourth time. Maya grabbed my hand, her voice trembling. "Alex, if you answer that call, it means you're choosing him over me." Before I could respond, the cafe door swung open. In walked Mr. Turner himself, stern, sharp, and completely out of place among the soft jazz and pastry smell. He sat down. Right at our table. Right across from Maya. That's when both of them said it, almost in perfect unison. "You can only choose one of us." I felt the world freeze. Two of the most important people in my life, standing on opposite sides of a decision I never wanted to make. The pressure point. For months, I had been drowning in work. My job demanded late nights, weekend reports, emergency calls, even on dates with Maya. She tolerated it longer than most people would, but patience has limits. And just last week, Mr. Turner promoted me to lead an important project, one he said could define my career, if handled with absolute commitment. Absolute commitment apparently meant no personal life allowed. Now here they were, confronting me at the same table. Maya's eyes were filled with fear of losing me. Mr. Turner's eyes held the expectation that I would sacrifice everything for this project. I wanted to yell, "Why do I have to choose at all?" But instead, I whispered, "Can I speak, without being interrupted?" They nodded. The unexpected confession. "I can't choose between you," I began, voice shaking. "You're both asking me to give up something important. But what you don't know is that I've been choosing both of you all along." Maya frowned. Mr. Turner raised an eyebrow. "You both think you're pulling me in opposite directions. But the truth is, you've both been pushing me toward becoming someone better." And then I told them something neither expected. I talked about how Maya taught me kindness. How she made me stop losing myself in work, reminded me that success means nothing if you're too tired or too lonely to enjoy it. And then I talked about how Mr. Turner taught me discipline. How he pushed me when I doubted myself, how he made me realize I was capable of more than I believed. "You're not opposites," I said softly. "You're two sides of the same path. One teaches me how to live. The other teaches me how to grow. Why should I choose one when I need both to be whole?" For the first time since I'd known him, Mr. Turner actually looked confused. The twist, a reveal I didn't see coming. Maya suddenly took a deep breath. "Alex, there's something you don't know," she said. "I wasn't telling you to choose between us because I want to control you. I said it because I'm scared you're burning yourself out." I blinked. Burning out? Sure, I was exhausted, but wasn't everyone? Mr. Turner cleared his throat. "I came here," he said gruffly, "because I noticed your performance slipping. I thought your relationship was distracting you." He paused. Then added something unbelievable. "But seeing her here, I realize you're not distracted. You're exhausted." Wait. Was my boss being empathetic? He leaned back. "I offered you the project because I believed you could lead it. I never meant for it to destroy your personal life." Maya looked at him, surprised. "You care about his personal life?" "I care about results," he corrected quickly. Then in a softer voice, added, "And good results come from people who aren't falling apart." The emotional climax, the kindness they both showed. Silence settled between the three of us. Then something incredible happened. Maya reached across the table first, placing her hand over mine. "You don't have to sacrifice everything to prove your worth," she whispered. "I just want you healthy, and happy." Then, unbelievably, Mr. Turner mirrored the gesture in his own way. He slid a small envelope across the table. "Inside is a revised work schedule," he said. Effective immediately. No late-night calls. No weekend emergencies. You'll still lead the project, but with a team, not alone. I stared at him like he had grown a second head. You're giving me help? You're terrible at asking for it, he replied. My eyes burned with tears I didn't expect. The two people I thought were pulling me apart had, without knowing it, pulled together for me. That was the moment I realized. They didn't want me to choose between them. They just wanted me to choose myself for once. The uplifting ending. I stood up from the table, took both their hands, and said the one thing that finally made sense. Why not pick you both? Maya, you keep me human. Mr. Turner, you keep me growing. And I can only be the best version of myself with both of you in my life. Maya smiled, teary but relieved. Mr. Turner nodded, pretending it was a professional acknowledgement, even though his eyes softened. For the first time in months, I didn't feel torn between two worlds. I felt supported. And as we walked out of the cafe together, an odd trio but somehow perfectly balanced, I learned something I wished I had known earlier. You don't always have to choose between love and ambition. Sometimes, the right people make sure you don't have to choose at all. Because real support doesn't divide you. It lifts you.